What's up, Dunk Squad? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're back with year 3 of the Madden 23 Tennessee Titans realistic rebuild. If you tune in to part 2, we were a division game away from winning the division and making the postseason. So hats off to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They defeated us in one of the final weeks of the regular season to win the division. Also, I might sound a little off because I am sick, and it seems like they're trying to kill off us Floridians as we prepare for another hurricane, tropical storm, Nicole, Nikki. So I want to try to get this rebuild and some more videos done, just in case if I lose any power. Don't think I will because I didn't lose any power or anything like that from the last hurricane. But with all that being said, let's waste no more time. Let's meet the squad, the team, the roster before the preseason starts, before we take on former Tennessee Titan A.J. Brown and the Philadelphia Eagles. And let's go over the roster. QB1, we have Malik Willis, who is still our quarterback of the future right now at the time, but we do need to improve when it comes to the passing game. We look at the first 2 years. First season, he took over about midway through the season for Ryan Tannehill. And last season, he was our full-time starter from the beginning of the season through about almost 3,600 passing yards, only 14 touchdowns, though. To 10 interceptions, not a bad touchdown-interception ratio, but one of the lowest throwing touchdown numbers that I've had from any starting quarterback that I've ever had. So need to improve the passing game. And Taylor Heinicke, we just signed him as a backup quarterback from the Washington Commanders, and it seems like we swapped quarterbacks out because we traded Ryan Tannehill to the Commanders, and he's not there anymore, but we did trade him to the Commanders, and now we have their quarterback, one of their quarterbacks, in Tyler Heinicke. Running back, we have King Henry, who is back on a franchise tag. So he is 30 years of age. You know I want to keep him for the rest of the rebuild. But at that age and being at the running back position, it is going to be tough. Still going to try to work out a long-term contract with him, but he is on a franchise tag. Brought him back on the franchise tag just in case if we do want to move on from him. He's still the workload for us. He's still the focus of us on this offense. But we wanted to try to not rely on him in the running game as much. So Malik Willis, can get better numbers, probably go up depth chart and be our franchise quarterback. Jermaine McClain, he's a rookie running back that we just got in the draft. And I just want to, pat myself on the back. I think I got my crown back when it comes to being the draft king. I did look at, I could usually go into the weekly strategy sometimes when I'm off camera, offline, and, I'll do some practice plays, and I'll look at the focus players, and sometimes there's a little spoiler there. That's all I'm gonna just say about that. There's a little spoiler there, but I'm glad to have Jermaine McClain here as a backup running back. Still got Hassan Haskins, who was actually okay last season. He had a lot of touchdowns, 13 touchdowns, but that's more so of us just being so run heavy on offense. But he did have 2 fumbles, and he's still averaging about under 4 yards per carry, but he had 500 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns. That's great and all. And hell, we get more running backs behind Derrick Henry. That will take the load off of him. We have Kennedy Brooks as our 4th running back. Fullback, we have Torrey Carter, who we extended last season because we've led the league in rushing. Well, Derrick Henry's been the league in rusher 2 years in a row. So fullback has something to do with that. So we extended Torrey Carter. Tevin Montague, first round pick. We had to trade up for him. And he had nothing but A's on his report card. And he is an 82 overall rookie wide receiver out of Miami, 6'6", 221. Look at the ratings: 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 85 catching, 86 catching traffic, 79 short route running, 90 release, 80 deep route running, 90 spectacular catch, 99 jumping. This dude is a freak. He is a beast. And just like our opponent, A.J. Brown, the last great wide receiver for the Tennessee Titans, I think Tevin Montague can be a A.J. Brown. Hell, I think he can be a little bit better than what A.J. Brown was for this Tennessee Titans team. And I think this is a generational talent, generational talent player who's going to be our wide receiver 1. Treylon Burks, who we've tried to develop as our wide receiver 1. Could be a good wide receiver 2 for us. Still stuck in that normal dev. I hate that for him, but we're going to try to develop him too. And now with Tevin Montague, if he can have a big rookie season, that'll take some pressure off of Treylon Burks. Same thing goes for Kyle Phillips. He's just been a fine wide receiver 3 slot receiver for us. Brought in the veteran Sammy Watkins as a add more depth to the team. Also has that mentor tag to mentor these young receivers. Kyle Phillips being dub 5, Treylon Burks dub 4, and Montague 22 years of age. Still got Racy McMath here and a couple of practice squad guys below them. Tight end got Ted Hess, our second-year tight end. I hope he gets more targets going into the season. We got Max Williams going into his second season with us. Okonkwo is going to be our third tight end. He's been kind of backed up behind Jeff Swam, but we're 4 tight ends deep still. Left tackle got Taylor Lewan, who's probably on the last year with the Titans because we didn't sign him back last season. He was in free agency. He was the best tackle available for us. So we decided to bring him back on a 1-year deal. He does have the mentor tag, and I like that he has that mentor tag now because he can mentor this guy, Avery Wilson, who we drafted. Look at his size, 6'8", 339. And what's funny about that is we thought about signing Mekhi Becton. He was in free agency. He had no interest in us, but we were going to make him a contract offer anyway. And Mekhi Becton is 6'8", 364. So Avery Wilson is the same type of build, 6'8", about 340 pounds. We got basically our Mekhi Becton in the draft, and he will sit behind and learn behind Taylor Lewan. Left guard, we got Tyler Walker, another great rookie offensive lineman in the draft. He has that day one starter tag on him, so we might just go with him. To start. We still have Dylan Redunz on the team, and he's been our starter. He's been, I guess, okay. I guess last season the whole offensive line, not the whole, that's bad from the guard position, giving up 5 sacks. In 2022, he was great, though, only allowing 2 sacks. He could be just like a depth lineman for us, or like it says there for the player tag, a trade target, young player. Center, you got Joey Linsley, our second-year center. So you see we retooled the offensive line. We got younger with Lindsey. You got Dylan Redunz, still only 26, but Tyler Walker's 21. You got Avery Wilson, who's 22. Right guard, we got Nate Davis, who's still our best offensive lineman. He's only 27. And then right tackle, Nicholas Petit-Friere, kind of in the same situation as Dylan Redunz. But when you look at Petit-Friere, his age and his ceiling is a little bit higher than Redunz. Redunz is already 26, going to be 27. And then Nicholas Petit-Friere, he's only 24, going to be 25. And he has the better overall, I think, by 1 point. So Friere probably still going to be the starting right tackle for us. We signed Jack Driscoll to be his backup. And then left in, one of our big free agent signings was Dean Lowry. He wanted to play close to home, so I think it was Mississippi, it said. So we signed him, and he's going to compete for the starting left end role. You have Antoine Locke, who was we drafted him as a left end last year, moved him over to the defensive tackle. He had star dev at the time, but because he was a rotational guy, because we had Malik McDowell starting and then working Antoine Locke into that rotation, didn't play a lot of snaps, so he did lose his star dev trait, but still only 23 years of age. And he's going to compete with Dean Lowry for that starting left end role. You got Jeff Simmons on the right. And then at nose tackle, we have a new guy here, Deion Quick, who it was great value where we got him at. I think he was our second-round pick or our other first-round pick. He was our other first-round pick. We traded up for the receiver Montague, and if we didn't get Montague, we were going to trade up for this defensive end, defensive tackle guy. And we chose to go with the receiver, and we still ended up getting a nose tackle with our other first-round pick. So I think it was great value, where we got him at. Malik McDowell, I guess he's going to compete with him, or Malik McDowell can even compete with Dean Lowry and Locke on the left side. But Malik McDowell will be our backup nose tackle. Left outside linebacker or left edge rusher got Harold Landry, Rashad Weaver still. Middle linebacker Zach Cunningham, David Long Jr. They both had great seasons last season. They had a lot of tackles, a lot of sacks, a lot of interceptions. Proud of both of their performances. Still got Monty Rice here and Chance Campbell. Right outside linebacker Don Foe, and our first round pick from last year. He was only star dev, but won Defensive Rookie of the Year and is now a superstar edge rusher. I love it because that will take some pressure off of Harold Landry, and maybe now Harold Landry can get back up to that superstar dev type of player. We also brought in Derek Barnett, who went to college in Tennessee, so bringing him kind of home. He will be a backup rotational edge rusher for us. Christian Fulton at cornerback 1 with Roger McCreary, Caleb Farley, Elijah Molden. Same unit. Brought in Sidney Jones, though. Go Hawks. We did release him, though. I think he got picked up by the Raiders, but he has more depth to the team. And it's kind of doesn't have a mentor tag, but he is the oldest cornerback in our cornerback room. Kevin Byard, though, is the oldest DB that we have. He's still our free safety. We did draft a guy that can learn behind him here in Steven Marshall. 68 overall, only normal dev, but it's a decent overall. And Kevin Byard, if he does regress hard, shouldn't though with that X factor. Once he keeps that, he should be our starter for the rest of the rebuild. But we have an insurance policy just in case. And then Amani Hooker, still at strong safety. We brought in Dane Cruikshank to be the backup. And the kicker, we have a lot of kickers on the roster for this preseason. So Will Lutz, I made him an offer, and then I simulated the free agency, and I didn't know if we actually got him or not. So we got him. So right now he is a starter, but we drafted the kicker because I didn't even know I had Will Lutz on the roster until I looked at the preseason roster. So we drafted this guy, Corey Donahue, accurate kicker. But he's going to compete with Will Lutz. And then I don't know how Chris Blewett keeps making it to my teams. And we have Stonehouse at punter. And I think I saw that we have a team captain slot available. And we are going to give that out to somebody. And I think it's going to be Taylor Lewan. I think he was a team captain before. So that just might be his C patch that we need to restitch to the jersey. Oh, we have another one available. And we are going to give that to, is it time to give it to Malik Willis? I think we're going to do it. We're going to give it to Malik Willis. We believe in him as our QB1, our franchise quarterback of the future. And we're going to give Malik Willis team captain. It's time for him to step up. But this guy, Tevin Montague, telling you, generational talent. The Generation X factor talent player. Now let's simulate the preseason. And you know how we do it. We bench all of our not all of our starters, but guys like Jeffrey Simmons, Harold Landry, especially guys like Harold Landry who can be injury prone at times. Kevin Byard's not playing. And we do lose the first preseason game. Now we do have some battles going on. I think we have backup running back, McClain and Haskins. We have the backup or starting guard spot in Walker and Dylan Redunce. We have left in between Dean Lowry and Locke. So those are all the positions that are up for grab. Oh, we also have kicker too. I forgot about kicker. Will Lutz, and then our rookie kicker Donahue. So let's see how all those guys perform after making those changes to the depth chart from week 2 of the preseason. And we lose. So it seems like we can't buy a game when it comes to the preseason. But, you know, preseason still matters and all that. Why am I going to the preseason game? And now we are going to we have a wide receiver mentorship. And it is Sammy Watkins trying to mentor Treylon Burks. So this is exactly what we want. Now, Treylon Burks, what does he need to work on? I would probably say, let's do catching traffic. And let's go to the depth chart to see if we can make any more substitutions. I think we're good, though. I think we're going to put Monte in as the starter real quick for this last game, and everybody else should be fine. Walker, I am looking for him to start anyway, and I kind of want to get Wilson on the field because it could be a situation like our defensive end, Antoine Locke, where he doesn't play a lot of snaps and then he loses the depth trait, and it's really hard for linemen to go up depth trait. They actually go up this year in the game if they win Offensive Lineman of the Year. But I want him to keep that start depth, but he is going to be like our swing tackle role. Still going to play Petit Friere over him. But I think we're good for the final preseason game. We could make like a change at middle linebacker, like bench David Long, get Monty Rice, Chance Campbell, get those guys involved a little bit, getting this second year guy Nobles in. And simulate this game against the Commanders. I was just talking about them. And Taylor Heineke loses against his former team. And we go 0-3 in the preseason, I think, 3 years in a row. And why am I going to the preseason game? I don't know why. Guess I'm getting distracted by the rain. It just started raining as I record this. But we do have to cut 11 players. Let's see how everybody did. And Taylor Heineke was not bad. Malik Willis, though, it's preseason. It's preseason. Rushing attack, McClain is going to beat out Hassan Haskins, even though he did have about 25 more carries. The average was better. They had the same amount of touchdowns. His longest run of the preseason was a yard more than Hassan Haskins. So we are going to go with the rookie Jermaine McClain and Tevin Montague. D-Generation X. That's what I'm calling him. McClain and Montague. D-Generation X. There's a reason why I'm calling them that. If y'all peeped. Sammy Watkins had a great preseason. Racy McMath seems like he always has good preseason. And Treylon Burks was held to only one catch. And where is our slot? Where's Phillips? He didn't have a catch. He did not have a catch in the preseason. Maybe we get Sammy Watkins a little bit more reps. Dylan Redunce did give up a sack, so did Avery Wilson, Petit Frere. So looks like the rookie guard is going to start over Dylan Redunce. And Monty Rice had the most CFLs. Fulton, McDowell had 2 sacks, so maybe he starts at left end over Dean Lowry. But Malik McDowell did play against some backups. Derek Barnett also had a sack. And Donahue, the rookie, missed 2 field goals. So with those 2 missed field goals, we're going to go at Will Lutz as our kicker. And let's go to the rosters and make these cuts. We are going to go 4 deep at running back, 2 deep at quarterback, fullback, receiver. We have Montague, Burks, Phillips, Watkins, McMath. We can get rid of Weary and Alexander. Alexander's more so of a return guy, so we'll keep him on the team. So Matt Weary will go to the practice squad. Tight end, I'm thinking about just cutting George Swam. Might as well, right? Because we're going to go with Aquanco this season, and we kind of have Max Williams as our bridge player. But, yeah, we're probably going to do that. We might keep 4 tight ends, though, because we do run the ball a lot. Kind of do like what the Ravens do, have a bunch of blocking tight ends. Westerman, probably going to keep him. Rainey, probably could keep him. All right, these linebackers down here on the depth chart, they can go on the PS. And then corner. We have a lot of cornerbacks taking up a lot of roster room. So, Alan George, practice squad. Josh Thompson, if you're eligible, practice squad. He's not, so he will be released, placed on waivers. Trey Avery, same thing, placed on waivers. And then this guy, Frederick Chamberlain, practice squad. Free safety, this guy right here, he will go on the practice squad. And then I think we have 2 more. So Blewett will get released. And then we will put the rookie kicker with the high 72 overall. He may just get signed and stolen from us by another team, but I'm fine with it because we have Will Lutz as our kicker. And we might have to cut 1 or 2 more people. And it is 1 more person. So it looks like it's either going to be Jeff Swam, the tight end, or it's going to be that extra defensive tackle that I have, Westerman, or Rainey. Yeah, why not? We'll do Rainey, put him on the practice squad, still be a part of the team technically. So I like the way the roster's looking. I'm liking the way some of these players are developing. And if we can build on the type of season we had last season, we should get about 1 or 2 more wins and be able to, that should be able to propel us to make the playoffs finally for once in Madden 23, because we have yet to do that. But let's adjust the lineup and set up the depth chart so we can get to it. As you take a look at the roster, McClain, I think adding McClain to the running back room is just going to make us even more scarier when it comes to the run game. Montague gives us a beast at wide receiver. That should help out Malik Willis. Offensive line still developing, getting younger. You know, Hess going into his second season, another weapon for Malik Willis. So if we can get the offense to play up to par with the way the defense showed out last season in year 2, in part 2. Defense showed out. We got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Cornerbacks were great. I think we were ranked really well in every category on defense. It was just the passing offense and not being able to score points in the passing game. You know we're going to do our thing when it comes to running the ball, but Fulton being a superstar now should help out, and should be a good defense. Should be a good defense. But let's go to the depth chart real quick and go through it. As Malik Willis is a quarterback, Derrick Henry, McClain, Haskins. Fullback will be Carter. They have Max Williams, but we can go with Swam since he's the fourth tight end, and we can go with actually Hassan Haskins since he is our backup or third back, running back. Montague, Burks, Phillips, Sammy Watkins. Cool with that. Hess, Max Williams, Aquanco finally gets a chance to play a third tight end. Lawan Wilson would be our swing tackle. Walker, Redunce would be like our seventh offensive lineman. We'll put Redunce here as the backup center to get him some more playing time. Still is on the trading block. And then we'll go with, they have Jeff Driscoll here. Guess we can get him involved too. So put him up there on the depth chart, and then right tackle. That's fine. Then we'll go Wilson. Lowry, and I'm going to go with Locke, then McDowell. Simmons, we're going to go Jeff Simmons and McDowell. D tackle, we're going to go Quick, McDowell, Westerman. Harold Landry, Weaver, Long, Rice, Campbell, Cunningham, Fulton, Barnett, and then quarterback Christian Fulton, Molden. That should all be fine. It's really just the specialists. So I think we're going to actually, I didn't know Caleb Farley had 95 speed, 97 acceleration. So we're going to put Caleb Farley back there. And we're also going to put my boy Phillips back there. And then punt return, why not do McClain? He has some speed on him. We'll do McClain, and we'll do Sammy Watkins. And then kickoff start will be, they have the same kick power, same accuracy. So we'll go with the punter, Stonehouse. Long snapper will be Nate Davis. Third down back will be Derrick Henry. And power back will be King Henry. Slot receiver will be Treylon Burks. I think I'm going to do Treylon Burks. He's the wide receiver too now. Try to get him some more targets. And then Phillips, Sammy Watkins. Left end will be Harold Landry, Weaver. Right outside linebacker will be Fulton, Barnett. And then D tackle, this is going to be Quick. This is going to be Lowry. And it's going to be Jeff Simmons. And then sub linebacker, Cunningham, David Long. And they have Harold Landry. No, we're going to do either Monty Rice or Marshall will do Monty Rice. And then slot cornerback will do Caleb Farley, Molden, and Sidney Jones, the fourth. I think that's the fourth, right? So now, and we were dead last points per game in the preseason and passing yards. So that's not a good sign because those are the two things we need to improve on. So I think this season, and we did a hell of a job our first season as the coach taking over for Mike Vrabel. And I'm gonna say 10 wins, division title, playoff appearance as we kick off the season against the Miami Dolphins. Let's take a look at the draft class coming up, as there is two quarterbacks going. Well, not going, but the top two prospects are quarterbacks. One out of Georgia, one out of LA Tech, and then you have some offensive linemen. You have some defensive linemen. A lot of offensive tackles. Actually, it's basically offensive tackle, quarterback, and D lineman. And now we kick off the season against the Miami Dolphins at home. We're 80 overall, 84 defense, 77 offense. So you can see the major difference between, our offense and our defense. Our defense is really the strong point of this team. But we have to get our offense up there to match the defense. See if we can get the win against Miami, and we don't. 28-14, take the L. And what happened? So we shut the running game down. We ran the ball. It looks like we passed for a lot of passing yards. First downs. What happened? So we were down 14-0 at the half. We didn't score any points until the fourth quarter. So it looks like our defense probably just got tired and just was on the field too much. That's another thing that happened last season. We had a lot of tackles and stuff because we were just on the field too much. And they actually have a franchise quarterback of the future, day one starter, Alex Caldwell, 6'4", 232 out of Nebraska. So no more Tua for them. McClain, 52 yards rushing and a touchdown in his debut. Where was King Henry? Must have got hurt. And then Treylon Burks, 9 catches, 136, 1 touchdown. Must be mad that we drafted a wide receiver, traded up for a wide receiver to take his wide receiver one spot, and he did his thing. 84 yards for Hess. Those are the two guys I'm looking to have breakout seasons, Hess and Treylon Burks. The rookie, Tevin Montague, 4 catches for 48 yards. And Derrick Henry must have got hurt, and that changed the whole pace of the game. But the two edge rushers, Fulton and Landry, both getting some sacks, no picks for us. Boy, so our kicker, the rookie kicker, missed 2 field goals in preseason. We put his ass on the practice squad to trust Will Lutz, and you know what he does? 1 field goal gets blocked, and then he misses 2 field goals. Would I be wrong if I cut Will Lutz after the first game and I elevate the rookie kicker? We just might. Nobody has signed him. We're gonna keep watch on that. Now we have the Detroit Lions, our second straight home game. See if we can bounce back from that L to the Miami Dolphins. And it was a shootout, 41-31. So we are able to score more points, but now the defense is giving up a lot of points. So we did run the ball well. We turned the ball over. We're getting down big at the half, 28-14. That can't happen. But Malik Willis, he's doing his thing now. They have Brady, 98 yards rushing for Derrick Henry, touchdown for McClain, and touchdown for Brady, the greatest quarterback sneaker ever. And Treylon Burks is on a tear right now. Second straight 100-yard performance. 3 catches, 108 yards, and a touchdown. Kyle Phillips, 95, and a touchdown. Tevin Montague, 71, and a touchdown for Ted Hess. So the passing game is doing great. Harold Landry's getting sacks. It's just what is up with us in the first half. So Will Lutz makes his little 40-yard field goal. He better make it, because I swear if he would have missed another one, we were going to release his ass and promote the rookie kicker. And there he goes. We're stuck with Will Lutz. Texans in our division, still our rookie kicker. Mock draft 1 is out, and they have us projected to take, traded the first round pick for the receiver Montague. So we do not have a first round pick for the next draft. We have a weekly award winner. I'm going to say Treylon Burks, and it is Malik Willis, actually 295, 3 passes, touchdowns. So that's great to see. Just in week 2, Malik Willis already getting player of the week. And now we have the Patriots, who are 2-0. We're 0-2. Same thing with the Colts. Jaguars and Texans, both 1-1. We need to get this win. We can't start 0-3 like we did in the preseason, but we are. 31-28. We start 0-3. We're scoring more points now, and now the defense is just giving up points. We're still able to run the ball. We're averaging 1 turnover a game. We actually scored some points. It was 14 all at the half, and then they just outscored us in the fourth quarter. So very close game. Mac Jones played great. Derrick Henry is always great. Touchdown for McClain. Jacoby Myers went crazy. Treylon Burks is still going crazy. Nate Davis gave up sacks. Zach Cunningham, Jeff Simmons, both with sacks. No picks from our secondary. 2 punts inside the 20 for Stonehouse. And we are 0-3. And we're 0-3, and we could easily probably be like 2-1, 3-0. Those are some winnable games. I'm going to check out this quarterback check-in. I think Malik Willis is doing okay. So I'm going to say the team. And let's try to beat the Browns, who are also 0-3. Somebody's got to win, and we win in a big way, 42-17. Monday Night Football game. The bright lights were on, and we shined. No turnovers. First time this season where we had no turnovers. We were up this time at the half, 28-7. That's what I want to see. I want to see this explosiveness from Malik Willis and the offense. We shut down. Not really. Threw for a lot of passing yards, Deshaun Watson did, but we picked them off, sacked them 3 times. And Derrick Henry running the ball well. McClain getting those touchdowns from the power back position. Montague, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. His best game. Treylon Burks, still hot. Jack Conklin, the former Tennessee Titan. And then Harold Landry, Jeff Simmons, Deion Quick, all with sacks. Dane Cruikshank, our backup safety last night. And then Cade York misses 2 field goals, and we block 1 inside the 20 punt. one time for us, and we get our first win of the season. Not going to start 0-4, and we are 1-3, a game behind the Colts and the Texans. And let's look at this quarterback check-in. The team rallied. I called them out in the press conference, and they rallied. So I like to see that. Everybody get 2,500 XP. And now we have the Green Bay Packers. They're also 1-3. See if we can get the dub against them in Lambeau. And we don't. 38-28. Now we're giving up too many damn points. And they shut our running game down. We turned the ball over. They got more third down conversions than us. 28-13 at the half. They have some guy named Alex Bush. Derrick Henry got shut down. McClain had a TD, though. Christian Watson, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns. Montague, Derrick Henry were our leading receivers. Treylon Burks is killing it still. David Long with the sack, and we get a pick with Caleb Farley. 2 for 2, 56-yarder from Will Lutz, but not enough to get the dub as we lose in Green Bay to drop to 1-4. Still only a game behind the top-seeded Colts and the Texans. 4-1 Chargers, though. This is going to be a big test for us. I think they lost Justin Herbert, though. Don't know who their quarterback is, and we get the win 31-13 against the LA Chargers as we shut the running game down, ran the ball, and, that's that old school football, turned the ball over, and we held on to only 1 third down conversion. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick from Malik Willis. It's Gardner Minshew, the man at LA now. No touchdowns, 2 picks. We did give up 3 sacks, 99 yards, and a touchdown for King Henry. And Keenan Allen went off on us, but Tevin Montague, Phillips, and Treylon Burks, the 3-headed GOAT. That's what I want to see. Avery Wilson, the rookie tackle, got in. That's why we still have Taylor Lewan. He's not ready yet. Gave up 3 sacks in his debut game. Harold Landry with the sack. Dean Lowry with the sack. Elijah Molden. Elijah Molden getting in there. Our 4th cornerback. Y'all know I love my 4th cornerbacks. We always go 4 deep at cornerback. Amani Hooker. So our safeties getting involved, getting some interceptions. Love to see it. And we get our 2nd win of the season. And we might be tied for first place right now. And we are actually not. We're 3rd behind the Colts and the Texans. But we have the 1-5 Jaguars, the team that stopped us from making the postseason last season. Let's try to get our revenge early in the first meeting in Tennessee. Get the dub. Let's go. Hurry up, Mock Draft 2, and we win 49-10. We did not forget that game from last season. We get our 2nd straight win. We blow them out 49-10, 146 rushing yards, 291 passing yards, no turnovers. They committed 4 turnovers. We were up 28-10 at the half, and look what we did to Trevor Lawrence. Look what this defense did to Trevor Lawrence. 4 picks, 4 sacks, no picks from us. 24 of 30 for Malik Willis. He's making that jump. 4 tutties for King Henry. I'm going to take my draft crown and place it on Derrick Henry's head because he is King Henry. 2 touchdowns for McClain. Evan Ingram went off, $148. But Montague, his first 100-yard game of the season. And this offense is everything that I dreamed that it would be right now. Got to get the defense to play like they did last year. Quick, Landry, and Simmons. Amani Hooker, three interceptions in 2 games. Caleb Farley, his 2nd pick of the season. Cunningham. Let's go, man. This is the season. I think this is the season where we finally make the playoffs. Don't want to jinx it. I know I will jinx it, as I don't have to look at Mock Draft 2 because we don't have a first-round pick. Traded it for Montague. It was worth it, too. We have a weekly award winner. I'm going to say King Henry with 4 touchdowns. It is Amani Hooker, 6 tackles, 2 interceptions, 3 interceptions already on the season through 8 weeks. And let's see if we can beat the 6-1 New York Jets, who are doing great in real life as well with that rookie draft class. And we lose 31-24. Close game. And what happened? They shut our passing game down. It was a close game. Could have went either way. They beat us by a touchdown. And they proved why they were 6-1. Now 7-1. Derrick Henry did his thing. McClain did his thing. Corey Davis, the former Tennessee Titan, got his little revenge. And touchdown for Treylon Burks. pick for Caleb. Caleb Farley and Amani Hooker are ball hawks right now. They are ball hawks right now. But we are 3-5, still only a game behind. Our division is bad right now. And now we have a chance to sweep the Jaguars and send them to 1-8, and we can't do it. It would have been the icing on the cake to knock them out of the running for the AFC South title. But we had 4 turnovers. Malik Willis with the worst game. He pulled a Trevor Lawrence from when we played him the first time. That's what he did. Why? Be Malik Willis and not the Trevor Lawrence from the first time we played him. Jeff Simmons with the pick, Harold Landry, Deion Quick, Caleb Farley, man. And now we have the 6-3, man. We have a hard-ass schedule. Hard-ass schedule. We got the 6-1 Jets, now the 6-3 Bears. Hard schedule. But we beat them, upset them, 38-28, and we're actually beating some good teams right now and competing with the good teams. We are turning the ball over too many times, man. We were down 21-14 at a half, shut them out in the third quarter, and there we go. I want to see those 4. I want to see that number 4 under the touchdown column, not the interception column. Taylor Heineke even got in and threw a touchdown. 86 yards rushing for Derrick Henry. Treylon Burks, man. 126 and 3 touchdowns for him. Seems like the slot receiver gets a lot of targets. David Long, Cunningham, Fulton, all with sacks. Pick for Caleb Farley. Far ahead in the interception league leader. Christian Fulton gets his first pick of the season. And Will Lutz has been making his field goals ever since we threatened him with his job. 4-6 Texans, 4-6 Colts. The winner would probably be tied with. Why did I click that? The winner would probably be tied with the Colts, who are 5-4. And we do have a new injury. I hope it's nobody major. And I hope it's nobody major, right? Well, this is a fun development. Derrick Henry on the franchise tag. Have to work out a contract deal with him, and he tears his pectoral muscle. Will have to be placed on IR. We have capable running backs, but come on, man. This game knows what it be doing. They knew I was gonna make the playoffs this season. They saw it coming, and now this game, bro. And now it's like, do we even extend Derrick Henry? Do we even extend Derrick Henry now? Do we? Tore his pectoral, could lose his X Factor, probably be down superstar, probably will regress. Do we wait to the offseason to see if we work on a short-term deal with him? I don't know yet. All I know is we need to beat these Houston Texans, who are 4-6, without Derrick Henry. He's our offense. He is our offense. But we do win our first game without him, 26-17. That was a big division win. Division implications. And we turned the ball over still. We didn't play all that great, but we played well enough to get the W. And look at McClain, 93 yards, average 4 yards per carry, and a touchdown. Hassan Haskins, he gets a touchdown. Hess, 84 yards. He was our leading receiver. Nate Davis gave up a sack. David Long, Cunningham, the middle linebackers getting involved with the sacks. Will Lutz doing his thing. Punter doing his thing. And we're back at 500. I think we're 5-5. We are at the bye week where we will upgrade the players, and we will check out these dev traits, and we will negotiate any contracts. Treylon Burks, man, big season for him. Big season for him right now. Caleb Farley, another one. Big season for him. He's been playing well in the slot. He might go up superstar dev. I don't know how many picks he has. It got to be like at least 5, right? Let's look at these rookies, though. Let's look at, so Tevin Montague. As you see there, he is an X Factor generational talent. What does he need to work on, though? Medium route running is really the only thing. He is a physical guy. So I think I'm going to do 1 physical and probably just another physical, right? Don't need him to be a scheme fit. Let's just do physical. And Lindsey, our center, he's not a rookie. He's a second-year player. Who are all the rookies? We know Marshall is a normal dev. We know that Quick is our starting nose tackle. Guessing star maybe for him. Yep, star dev. Walker, he's our rookie starting guard. I'm also going to guess star for him. Yep, so 2 stars down. Wilson gave up 3 sacks in his debut. Definitely not ready to start over Taylor Lewan, not even Petit Friere. But we'll be our starter next year because we are going to let Taylor Lewan walk, and we don't know what he is. And is that all of our rookies? McClain. McClain's the other one, and he is a power back. We are going to do one elusive and make him a scheme fit with elusive back and check out his dev trait. We actually might not even know it yet, and it will just auto upgrade everybody else. Now take a look at the contracts that we have here, and let's see. Derek C, this is a tough one. He wants 3 years. He's 30 years of age. Might be another franchise tag situation now with the torn pectoral muscle. Kevin Byard, though, 3 years. That's a tough. It's the years, man. I would give him like a 2-year deal. Taylor Lewan's going to walk. Zach Cunningham, don't know at that age. Might get younger at middle linebacker. David Long's contract is up. I probably would choose Long over Zach Cunningham. So what I'm going to do with Kevin Byard, I would give you a. He's been really good for us too. Player friendly. Put the years down to 2, up the salary and up the bonus, and see if he takes that and he's excited to come back. Derrick Henry will probably be another franchise tag situation, and then Zach Cunningham and Taylor Lewan probably going to move on from them, even though we do have a lot of cap room. We are number 7 in points per game, so we actually went up in that category. Passing yards are up right now. Rushing yards, we're always top of the league. But the defensive pass yards, giving up a lot of yards, but we are getting a lot of interceptions. We are second in the division. We have to do this without Derrick Henry. That would be very impressive. He is our offense. He is our offense. So to be able to make the playoffs, hopefully, without Derrick Henry, without King Henry, that's going to be a big one. And whoever commented during this live stream, no, I don't hate the Titans. I don't like the Titans. It's not my favorite team. My favorite team is the team we're playing right here, the Minnesota Vikings. They're my second team, and my first team is the Seattle Seahawks. But let's see if we can beat my Minnesota Vikings. After our bye week. And we beat them 30-7. We are 2-0 without Derrick Henry. Now, I don't want to jump the gun here, but if we can keep winning with Derrick Henry out, with his big major injury, with his contract situation, do we just not bring him back? Or do we do a situation where it's like a franchise tag and trade and go at McClain and Haskins? Because if we can keep winning without him, that'll prove that maybe it's not Derrick Henry and it's more so the system and the playbook and the scheme. Dean Lowry with 2 sacks. Zach Cunningham with a sack. Dom Fulton. Man, it's going to be tough. I'm actually kind of hoping we lose some games because we keep winning without Derrick Henry, man. Do we need him? Now we have the 7-5 Colts. This could determine playoff implications, division implications. I'm going to upgrade Tevin Montague some more. Let's actually do one playmaker. I probably should have him in the slot, but we want to elevate Treylon Burks, and let's do Malik Willis. What does he still need to work on? Medium accuracy. His awareness is really low. I guess improviser. All right, so big division game. The winner will be number one in the AFC South. Let's simulate, see if we can beat them. We don't have Derrick Henry. It sucks. But we're 2-0 without him, and we're 3-0 without him. 3-0 without Derrick Henry. We're rallying. No sacks, giving up 21-14 at the half. Malik Willis, no sacks, and look at the defense. 6 sacks on some guy named Ben Picard. 2 touchdowns for McClain. He's doing okay as a starting running back. And then Kyle Phillips goes for 100. Montague, 70. 2 touchdowns for Treylon Burks. Probably the best guard in football, Quentin Nelson, gave up 4 sacks against our defense. That just shows you, that just proves our defense is legit. Cunningham, Jeff Simmons, David Long, Malik McDowell, Harold Landry, Sidney Jones, our 5th cornerback, Sidney Jones getting half a sack. Our 4th cornerback, Elijah Molden, getting his 2nd pick of the season. And Will Lutz, of course, gets his field goal blocked. But, man, y'all talking about CB4, we CB5, 5 cornerbacks deep. We use all of our players here in my realistic rebuilds, not just 1 or 2, 3 players at each position. No, everybody on the team is a part of these wins. And there goes David Long in a contract year, dislocated elbow. So I think Monty Rice will get a chance, and Cruikshank can get in. We might go with Chance Campbell. Do we give Chance a chance finally? Maybe we just go with Cruikshank, though. Do we just go with Cruikshank? He already has a pick on the season, I think. Who tackles better? 66 tackling, 70. Oh, we're going Chance Campbell. Chance Campbell can tackle. All right, and we're facing against another hot opponent in the Buffalo Bills. This is going to have AFC implications. They're 8-5. We're 7-6. We're top of our division. They're probably top of their division. I'm going to upgrade the players. This is a big game, and look at that. We play the Colts again next week. Treylon Burks, man, having a big season, a breakout season that I need him to have. Montague, the generational talent receiver we traded up for, you know, he comes in, and you're thinking Treylon Burks is just going to be the odd man out, and he's not. It's actually helped him out, and we are undefeated, 4-0 without Derrick Henry, on the verge of making our first playoffs, not in just this rebuild, but in Madden 23, period. We shut the running game down. We shut the passing game down with Josh Allen. We didn't pass the ball our damn selves, but we did get the win. Look what we did to Josh Allen. We did that to Josh Allen. Last game, we had 4 sacks against Quentin Nelson. We had Trevor Lawrence throw 4 interceptions against us. This defense is for real. Jermaine McClain is for real. You need to check out his dev trait. I think he's the last of the rookies. We had about like 5 hidden dev players. Jeff Simmons, Harold Landry, the leaders of the defense, and Will Lutz makes his field goal. And I got to take a look at that running back. Because I said, oh my gosh, new injury. Who is it? Oh, it's Taylor Lewan. But the rookie gets in now, so he gets some early reps, gets some playing time. And, you know, I called Montague and the rookie running back D-Generation X factor for a reason. McClain is an X factor rookie running back, and we got this guy, bro. I think, in the 3rd, 4th round. You got him in the 3rd round. X factor running back in the 3rd round. Now, that just makes it even more complicated for the Derrick Henry situation. Derrick Henry in a contract year where he was franchise tagged last year. Now you have the pectoral long-term injury. Now you have the factor of McClain being an X factor. He's basically Derrick Henry's replacement. But at the same time, if we do decide to bring Derrick Henry back, we have this guy and Derrick Henry running at you. Oh, yeah. I don't know. All we know is McClain can take over for right now for the rest of the season. And the rookies are taking advantage. Now the left tackle is going to come in because Taylor Lewan is out. Now we have the Colts. We have a chance to sweep them. We need this sweep. We need to get our brooms, get the dustpans out, because we win this game against them and sweep them. The Jaguars and Texans, they look like they're out of it. Looks like it's going to be between us and the Colts. We can do this. I've been dying to make the playoffs, and we lose our first game since the injury to Derrick Henry. And it's going to come down to who wins more games at the end of the season. They stop our little winning streak. We have the Commanders and the Texans, 2 winnable games. Our passing game is just not on point right now. 2 picks for Malik Willis, who's played better this season. McClain got shut down a little bit. He averaged 4.2, had a touchdown. And Phillips, Montague, they were okay. Darnell Money. Look what we did to Quinn. I was about to say, look what we did to Quinn Nelson. Look what we did to Braden Smith this time, though. Harold Landry, we just getting pressure against the Colts. 2 for 2 for Will Lutz. And now, with 2 games left on the season, have to win out against the Colts. And they're 9-6. We're 8-7. We had 8 wins last season. I think we finished 8-9. Now we got the Commanders. Should be able to beat them. Taylor Heineke should know their playbook. And what the fuck? 35 to shit. 35 to shit. 95 passing yards, 51 rushing yards. What's happened to our offense? Forget all that talk about Derrick Henry. We're bringing him back. We're bringing him back. If we have him in these couple of games to end the season, we win these games. Or at least we're in it to win it and probably win a division. Now we're probably going to lose the division, lose the chance to make the playoffs, all because of an injury to Derrick Henry. An injury that the game implemented just to screw me. Because they knew I was going to make the playoffs. Anyway, we could still win this game against the Texans. The Colts could lose their game. Don't even know who they're playing. They're playing against. Why is it every time I come to this menu and I'm looking for a team, I tend to can't find them? But they're playing my Minnesota Vikings, so the Vikings are at home. If the Vikings can beat them and we can beat the Texans, we might be able to sneak in there. To win a division. Let's take a look at the AFC standings just to see if we're even in the picture. Looking at the AFC, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're first team out. Need to win this game. And come on, we beat the Bills. They're number 7. Colts number 3 seed right now. And what the hell is the Bills' record? Because we beat them. And they're 9-7, so they have one more win than us. So I guess if the Bills lose and we win, we just need to win. We just need to take care of business and then let the rest, figure itself out. And we do win. Oh, come on, bro. They screwed me. We finally finished with a winning record, 9-8. The Colts lose, so I guess they got the little tiebreaker shit. We don't win the division, and we don't make the playoffs. But we do win the last game of the season. We finished 9-8. Man, that sucks. 29-12, we beat the Texans. And once again, 1 or 2 games away from making the playoffs, man. When are we going to make the playoffs here in Madden 23? Best game of the year for Malik Willis. In the last game, Hassan Haskins had 60 yards rushing. Kyle Phillips, 100 yards. Traylon Burks, 68, a touchdown. Kennedy Brooks. Guess we played our backups. Guess we knew our season was over. Look what we did to some of these offensive linemen, man. 5 sacks for Harold Landry. Sack and a half for Jeff Simmons. Man. And we get our contract extended. Guess that's great. And then when we look at the team rankings, points per game was 15. 30. So it's the passing yards per game. We improved with the points per game. Our rushing is always top five. The defense did what it needed to do. Top defense in the league 2 years in a row. Top rushing attack. It's the damn passing yards, man. It's the passing yards. Maybe it's the quarterback. Maybe it is Malik Willis. But we need to figure something out. We were so close. If Derrick Henry doesn't get hurt, no doubt, we win the division and we make the playoffs. I think we're gonna have a big year for Des Ridder. Leading passer, and I just got done watching the Falcons and the Panthers, who were wearing all black with the black helmets. That's cool because, it's the same night that Black Panther Wakanda Forever's Black Panther 2 is coming out, so I thought that was cool. But probably should throw Desmond Ridder in there. Barrios didn't look that great. And you got Josh Allen, Josh Burrow, Zeke Elliott, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, George Pickens, Mike Evans, Stephon Diggs, T.J. Watt, Nick Bosa, Harold Landry. Third in sack leaders. Let's go. Stephon Gilmore, Kendrick John Johnson, Jayon Brown, Devondre Campbell, and Shaq Leonard, Darius Leonard. Looking at our stats, we were 23rd in offense. Passing yards, touchdowns, I see up for Malik Willis. Defensive yards, we were number 2 defense in the league. Derrick Henry damn near was 50 yards shy of 1,000 yards, and he missed the rest of the season. 15th in points scored. And look at Treylon Burks. Career year for him. So, maybe the quarterback. It may be the quarterback. I hate any touchdowns under 30. Now, he doubled his 14, went up on the picks a little bit, went up on the yards. Sacks were only 29. 15 for the rookie and 700 rushing yards. No fumbles. Longest rush was 80 yards. That's the longest of the season. 2 for Malik Willis, 1 for Hassan Haskins. Great season. We have 2 X-Factor running backs now. Treylon Burks, 16 touchdowns. 1,112 yards, 4 touchdowns, 800 yards. Not bad for the rookie. Hope he keeps his X factor. And then Kyle Phillips is just a fine wide receiver 3 for us. And then Hess, I like the catches and yards. Could use more touchdowns, but hey, our passing game, man, it's our passing game. Treylon Burks, longest reception. Offense. Taylor Lewan only played in 13 games, but still under 10. Avery, under 10, I guess. But remember, he had that one game and gave up 3. Petit Frere had an outstanding season. Nate Davis, kind of a down season for his standards. Lindsey, okay, second year. Walker, great rookie year. And then Dillon Radunz was just a backup. Zach Cunningham and David Long always lead the team in tackles. They always get sacks. Cunningham with 2 picks. Might bring him back, might not. Looks like he outplayed David Long, so maybe we bring back Zach Cunningham, let David Long out. One of them will be gone, and one of them will be back. Kevin Byard, the secondary was great. Harold Landry is going to go back up to superstar. They better not rob me. Ruggieri, you can't just look at the interceptions. The secondary was great as a whole. Amani Hooker had 3 picks. Let's look at the TFL department, though. Jeff Simmons, you got Deion Quick as a rookie, 14 TFLs, 3 sacks. Let's go. Don Fulton, 11 TFLs, only 4.5 sacks. One more pressure for him, 3 sacks for Dean Lowry. And then looking at the sacks, Harold Landry, 15 for Jeff Simmons. And then looking at the pick, 5 for Caleb Farley. Let's go. And then looking at the forced fumbles, we had 1 for Roger McCreary. We had a block for Caleb Farley. What a year. Dean Lowry. We had safety for Landry and Simmons and no defensive touchdowns. Kicking, we made all of our extra pointers, and he only missed 3. Great year for Will Lutz. Inside the 29 times. And longest was 73, average 52.4. Hit return, none. Punt return, none. Yearly awards MVP is going to Josh Allen. I thought about Josh Allen in my head, too, before I even saw that it was Josh Allen. Mike McCarthy, Coach of the Year. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to George Pickens. Treylon Burks at number 9. Defensive Player of the Year goes to T.J. Watt. We got Harold Landry and Jeff Simmons at number 3 and 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Rod Barber. We got McLean at number 3, Montague at number 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jimmy Matias of the Jets. Deion Quick at number 4 for us. Best QB is going to go to Patrick Mahomes. Best running back is going to go to Joe Mixon. Best receiver is going to go to George Pickens. Treylon Burks at number 2. Should be a starter in the Pro Bowl. Offensive line goes to Elijah Vera Tucker. D lineman goes to Myles Garrett. We got Jeff Simmons at number 3. Linebacker goes to T.J. Watt. We have Harold Landry at number 2 and Zach Cunningham at number 10. Defensive back is going to go to Chidobe Awuzie. Once again, we're the runner-up, Caleb Farley. And then kicker is going to go to James Flanagan, some guy on the Patriots. And then our kicker, Will Lutz, at number 10. So we had a couple of nominations and one or two games away from another postseason appearance, man, and division title. We're working on it, though. And we need to work on this Derrick Henry contract. See who makes the Pro Bowl. And we'll check out the Pro Bowl roster, as we should have a couple of people representing the Tennessee Titans. Treylon Burks is wide receiver 4. You can argue should have been wide receiver 2 behind Stephon Diggs. But anyway, that is 1 for us. And we don't have any offensive linemen. We got Jeff Simmons as a back or right end 2. So that's 2 for us. Harold Landry is the starting edge rusher. Jayon Brown used to be a Titan. Caleb Farley making the Pro Bowl is cornerback 3. So that's 3 for us. And that's not us. So 3 Pro Bowlers. Caleb Farley, Jeff Simmons, Harold Landry, Treylon. Oh, my bad, 4. Because Caleb Farley, yeah, it makes 4. Jeff Simmons, Harold Landry. And now to look at any dev trait upgrades that we may have. I think our offense, you let Montague and McClain keep their X factors as we drafted them as. Malik Willis does not go up, and I feel like at this point, how much longer do we wait? We have all the pieces surrounding him to be able to win. Like I said, like we put these pieces around him, he should be having like that Jalen Hurts Tua type of effect, and he's just not at this point. So how much longer do we wait? When do we get a quarterback? Should we sign a veteran quarterback to lead this team, make him sit for like another year or something? Maybe we got rid of Tannehill too early. I don't know, but all I know is Treylon Burks finally went up to star dev, so that's great. So now that just makes the weapons around him even more scarier. 2 X-Factor running backs. If we bring back Derrick Henry, he might go down to superstar or star. Anyway, generational talent, wide receiver. Now Treylon Burks, star. Phillips is fine. Maybe we add a wide receiver 3, upgrade over Phillips. The offensive line looks great. Hess is another weapon. Then on defense, the defense has been great. Now Landry's back at the superstar. Fulton's still a superstar. Simmons still a superstar. Quick is a star. Dean Lowry was fine. The secondary was fine. Caleb Farley is now a superstar lockdown cornerback with Kevin Byard back there. David Long and Zach Cunningham have been great. It is a Steelers-Falcons Super Bowl. I'm rooting for the Falcons. Come on. And the Steelers get their 7th Super Bowl. Justin Herbert, Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen, Mike McCarthy, George Pickens, and T.J. Watt, who were the offensive defensive player of the years, and now Super Bowl champions. Then the quarterback, Brian Kemp for the Vikings, and then defensive rookie of the year goes to the Cardinals. Left outside linebacker, Chris Ballard. Of course, the Steelers will get Justin Herbert. Now it is time to re-sign our players, and the biggest one is Derrick Henry. And mock draft, I don't know why I keep clicking it, because we don't have a first-round pick. I thought I had a first-round pick. I must want a first-round pick. Looking at retirements, I would love to have seen Taylor Lewan, but Sammy Watkins is going to retire. And they're going to move on for Taylor Lewan. We have the money to bring him back, but let's just see. Let's just see really quick. So Derrick Henry, he's interested now. Now, all of their bars were low. What changed? So now it says the Titans are a playoff contender when we didn't make the playoffs. At least that's green now. Or whether stays in the middle. He doesn't think that we have a franchise quarterback. We may have to listen to Derrick Henry and be like, hey, maybe Malik Willis isn't the answer. And I'm going to pay Derrick Henry whatever he wants. because he is the offense. And we went on that little winning streak when he went down at first, and then, we came down to reality and was like, we can't win without him. So we're going to bring back on a 2-year deal. Taylor Lewan is down to normal dev. We're going to let the team captain walk. It's time to let the young guys start. Now, we're going to choose out of Zach Cunningham and David Long. David Long has the interest. Zach Cunningham lost his not dev trait, but he's down overall. They're basically the same overall, and Long is 2 years younger. So I'm willing to give him a 2-year deal, not a 3-year deal. We'll up the money because he's played great for us, the whole rebuild. And we get David Long back. Dean Lowry was actually okay. He was okay. I would bring him back on a 1-year deal over Malik McDowell. We still could upgrade the position, and he's not going to sign anyway. Cruikshank was actually good, but he doesn't have any interest. Jack Driscoll was actually good. I wouldn't mind bringing him back. He was a backup, but it'd be nice to keep that depth on the offensive line. And Sidney Jones was good, had a pick. But he's like our 5th cornerback. Elijah Molden was good. He had a couple of picks as a cornerback 4. So I actually would not mind bringing him back. Yeah, so our biggest loss is Taylor Lewan and Zach Cunningham. We can upgrade. Well, we have a replacement for Taylor Lewan already. Zach Cunningham, we do not. Dean Lowry, we do not. So looks like left end, middle linebacker, maybe quarterback. He does not have the quarterback of the future tag anymore, and he's going to be going into a contract year. And he does not have a 5th-year option. He was a 3rd-round pick. 26-72 normal. We may have to move on from Malik Willis. So quarterback is a position. Maybe wide receiver 3, but I like what Phillips is doing. We have our future franchise, and they let him keep his dev trait. At least they're letting me keep my dev traits. Offensive line looks good. So I would say left end, middle linebacker, and quarterback. They actually let me keep all my dev traits for once. Did I not bring back Will Lutz? We'll bring back Will Lutz too. Let's look and see what's in free agency. We got money to spend, so this may be the time where we just need to, spend to win. Quarterbacks, there's nothing really here. Trey Lance, Davis Mills, they have better dev traits than Malik Willis, but Tannehill's still here. We may be in a run, and we don't have a 1st-round pick, so it's like we can't draft a quarterback, so we may have to just do another prove-it-year deal for Malik Willis. Running back, we don't need. Receiver, Jalen Waddle is here, but I'm not going to sign him. Let's see if there's anybody with green interest. Isaiah McKenzie, a couple of other guys here, but we're not going to sign one. I like Phillips. Offensive line is complete. Let's look at left end now. Greg Rousseau is a scheme fit. He is here. He is, playoff contender. They think we're playoff contenders. He would fit the scheme. And he wants a mentor at the position. We can always sign a mentor. So I like the Greg Rousseau. He doesn't have any interest. I usually like going after players that have interest. But Greg Rousseau, we got all this money. And Nick Bolton is here as well. But he doesn't fit the scheme. So probably wouldn't go after him. Olakun does have star. He is 30 years old. I mean, Zach Cunningham's the same age, so that wouldn't make sense. Adafe Owe, we just don't need any pass rushers. So I think I know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go all in on Greg Rousseau, and I'm gonna give him a very player-friendly deal. I'm gonna up this money, but we got money to spend, so about 13 mil, and let's do 13 mil for the bonus. So we'll go after Greg Rousseau, and I think that's it, honestly. Maybe sign one of these quarterbacks to add competition for Malik Willis. Not going to do Tannehill at this point in his career. Maybe we do like a Jared Goff, Davis Mills. I don't know. Geno Smith is a scheme fit. I don't know yet. Let's get our kicker back. Let's get Will Lutz. He had a great season for us. I'm willing to give him a 1-year deal, up the money because he actually played well. Get our kicker back, and let's go get Greg Rousseau, and hopefully that'll put us over the top. Still need to get middle linebacker in the draft, and then this will be all the pieces for Malik Willis, and boom, we get Greg Rousseau, we get Will Lutz. Our defense just gets even scarier, and if we can just keep being the draft king in this draft, you know, all the pieces will be in place for Malik Willis. No excuses, and he's going to have to put it all together. We're looking at the college players, the prospects, looking at the positions of need. We need middle linebacker, right? And it looks like a deep middle linebacker class. Like even this guy down here, second and third round talent. He is not a scheme fit. But look at this A to C block shedding, second strongest. B awareness, B injury, A tackling, B play rec. He doesn't look that bad. We do need a field general though. Need a field general. Let's look at this dude. This guy could slip to the second round. Now, A to C. Great speed, elite speed, actually. A awareness, B catching, B play rep, B hit power, B zone. Dan Brennan could be the guy. Everybody else after that. Look at this guy. Elite acceleration, elite change of direction, elite speed, right? And I think he's a pass coverage type. Aaron Richard might be a steal. Look at these outside linebackers, bro. Elite. What? He's even scarier. Looks like we can get our linebacker later on. Even this run stopper right here. This is a deep linebacker class. We're going to get our linebacker. We are going to get our linebacker. One of these two guys will do. I think we need to look at quarterback. Probably not going to get the top five. Now, this round one guy, CJ Eaton, 6'6", 234 out of FIU. Elite strength. Now, he does have B awareness, but look at this. A deep accuracy, A medium. What is his short? A to B. CJ Eaton, if he can slip out, if these top five guys go, maybe he can slip to us. We're probably not going to take none of these other quarterbacks. I don't know what other position besides linebacker, really, that we could use. And those right outside linebackers look pretty damn good. Not even going to cap. They look really good. And a wide receiver 3. We could probably do an upgrade over Phillips. And look at this guy. Now, his deep route running and release is just ass. So, not liking the receivers. But let's look at Carlos Pinky. Let's see. C catcher, A catcher, traffic. His deep route running sucks. But he's the strongest receiver in the class. Elite jumping, elite strength. A catcher, traffic, C medium route, B release. Maybe we'll take a chance on him. And maybe this guy too. Just his deep route running. I don't know, maybe. Maybe there's something there. No receivers that I'm seeing that are really, like, this is a weak receiver class, it looks like. 4-3-5. We'll put him on the list. Maybe fullback, because we don't know what else to really look at. I'm still waiting to find like a generational talent fullback. But we'll just simulate to the draft. We got our free agents. Welcome Greg Rousseau to this awesome defense. Welcome Will Lutz back at kicker. And now we're going to try to hit on linebacker, maybe a receiver, maybe quarterback. that quarterback slips to us in the second round, we're not going to hesitate. And I want to look at the mock draft to just see where all these quarterbacks are going to be going. So one to the Bucks, one to the Raiders. It looks like the other that's the cornerback. The other one to the Rams. Will that other one make it out of the first round? Maybe, and maybe we take him. If he makes it out of the first round and falls to us in the second round, I think we pull the trigger and we take that quarterback, and him and Malik Willis can compete for the starting quarterback role. Treylon Burks, we're picking it up. Wasn't so sure at the beginning of the season, but what he did last season, yeah, we're picking it up. Picking it up. And the final mock is out. And looks like that other quarterback will not be going in the first round. Maybe we trade up in the second round to get him. I don't know. We have to really be in love with that quarterback, though, if we do that. Jalen Waddle to my Vikings. I would love that. We get Greg Rousseau. Of course, the Texans get Nick Bolton because they're in our division. Jaguars get Hunter Renfrow. Didn't even see him there in free agency. Texans also getting Patrick Riker at fullback. And let's do the private workouts now, where we're going to look at probably those right outside linebackers, both of them. And I don't think that middle linebacker is going to let's look at that quarterback, too. I'll look at the quarterback, C.J. Eaton. He looks like a beast. I think if he falls in the second round, we trade up in the second round to get him. I honestly think we should trade up in the second round to get him. And we are going to look at the college players, look at the linebacker and the quarterback that we just had a private workout with, and see what they're looking like. So that doesn't tell us much. D block shedding, but A pursuit. A to be tackling, A zone coverage, elite acceleration, elite change of direction, elite speed, A awareness, C catching, C play rate, A pursuit, B hit power, right? And then the other one who looked even scarier, A awareness, A injury, A tackle. Lonnie Callaway is a beast. And then that quarterback, he's round 1 to 2 talent, but A's everywhere, bro. I got to take him. Excuse me, I got to take him. So let's get on with the draft. Bucks are going to take a quarterback.
Now on the clock, the Giants.
Raiders take the other one.
The Los Angeles Chargers now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Denver Broncos.
Are you kidding me? Is that the quarterback I was going to take? No way. No way, right? Well, at least we know that the draft won't follow the mock draft exactly. Like, he went early, than expected. And I wasn't going to trade up in the first round. Back-to-back year. So we don't get the quarterback. So Malik Willis for at least one more year. But we do have a decision to make. And that is, what do we do with the second round pick? Do we go? And I really should have did this middle linebacker. Do we go Dan Brennan? Right? Where A awareness, B, he doesn't look, he looks okay, but those other guys down the board, especially Lonnie Callaway, I might reach for. Move him inside the middle linebacker, looks really good. There is no receiver that I would really take right here. maybe Pickney. I think I'm going to take the receiver. I think I'm going to take the receiver. I think I like Phillips. I like Kyle Phillips. Do we just reach for the guy that we're in love with? Because these middle linebackers look okay. Dan Brennan. Oh, man, I'm stuck right now, bro. I hate being stuck. I just don't like Brennan a lot. Kevin Walls, I don't like a lot either. I really like that right outside linebacker, and I just don't want to reach for him. I'm going to reach for him. If you like the player, you go get him. If you like the player, you go and get him. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Lonnie Callaway here. You like the player, you go get him.
Now on the clock.
Fuck me, man.
Next up, the Titans are on the clock.
Every now and then, I'm going to have a bad draft. This running back, though. Don't need another one. But with the injury to Derrick Henry, and the other linebacker is actually there. With the injury to Derrick Henry and Hassan Haskins in a contract year, this other running back here looks good, bro. The rich get richer at running back. Gonna take him. I'm just gonna take him. Add more depth to running back.
On the clock now, it's the Tennessee.
And we have another fourth round pick, an early fourth round pick, where I was hoping that other linebacker was gonna be there. But this guy is Garrison Robertson. He actually does not look bad, and we might take a chance on him.
Now on the clock.
And we may have found our middle linebacker. May have missed on the other one. May have found one in the fourth round. And we have another fourth round pick where, do we take like a quarterback here? Take a chance on one of these day 3 guys? Noah Foster. Awareness now. Play action he can't do, but short accuracy medium. He can't really throw it deep. We're going to take a chance on Noah Foster. He has hidden depth.
On the clock.
I've been really good this year at finding like quarterbacks in the later rounds that have at least like a hidden dev. Even if that dude's like a 70-something, he can compete this year with my boy Malik Willis. Now we're going to try to find like a day 3 receiver. They have found one right here in Spencer Callaway. Second player we would take with the name Callaway. Elite speed. I'm taking him. 94 speed, 94 acceleration. Can be like a nice return guy for us. And now I think we're good. I think the team is good. We can add more middle linebacker depth if we choose to. We can add more D-line. Maybe a backup for Jeff Simmons wouldn't be a bad idea. Backup for Jeff Simmons. Elite strength. We'll take him. A backup for Jeffrey Simmons. And I'm trying to think. Maybe kicker is the last thing I can really think of, even though we have Will Lutz back. But we could get somebody to push him a little bit. But we drafted one last year that's on the practice squad that got stolen. Thank you, Texans. I really don't know. More depth on the offensive line. Maybe a backup guard for Nate Davis. Yeah, we'll do a backup guard for Nate Davis. Just don't know what guard. But this guy, all the way down the board.
The Minnesota Vikings. Now
Paul
on the clock.
Stevenson, and we should have one more pick. May not have a 7th-round pick. Can't remember if we do. We should, though,
The
and we
Tennessee
actually do.
Titans are now
And this
on
one's
the
probably going to
clock.
be maybe another wide receiver. We lost Sammy Watkins, right? Lost Sammy Watkins to retirement. We lost Max Williams. Maybe another tight end. A vertical threat type. Can he pass block? Can he run block? Hell, why not? Let's take him.
Vikings are now on the clock.
And probably not one of our strongest drafts. A couple of like surprises. Again, another hidden dev running back, just to make sure that we are the number one rushing team in the league. Getting a quarterback hidden dev like in the 4th round, that's gonna and he's only a 67, only a 67. But look at this, the linebacker that we were in love with. No dev trait could, you can't really look at that because they could go up in season, especially with the Rookie of the Year awards. But moving him inside, I think he's going to be good for us. I liked his ratings, so that's why I picked him over the other guys. The running back position, if this is like another X Factor superstar power back, we just have a bunch of baby Henrys under Derrick Henry. The other right outside linebacker, though, does have hidden dev. So even if we missed with Callaway, we have Robertson. Foster is hidden dev. This is where it gets tricky. He's hidden dev. Throw power not as big as Malik Willis, but he kills it in the short accuracy. The little drop-off passes. A receiver, 69. That's actually good. Be a nice wide receiver for it. Special teams guy for us. 65 is okay. Then 72. I do want to take a look at the other linebackers. And this draft class wasn't too strong. And where are the linebackers? Because don't even remember their names, really. Now, I do know that quarterback I wanted. Roman Walker, don't remember. Eaton, he was a 73. Hidden dev. Wanted him. Just couldn't get him. And I know it's going to kill me. But I got to take a look at these middle linebackers that I passed on. I don't know what I was thinking. I fell in love with the Ravens. I should have went with the scheme fit like I've been doing. Should have went with the positional need in inside linebacker. But I just didn't do that. And why is it taking so long to get to the middle linebackers? All right, here we go. Dan Brennan was a 73. He literally went to pick after, but he was only normal dev. And I'm not scrolling down all the way to the middle linebacker section again. We're just going to advance the week here. But 9-8, winning season, you could say, over 500, a game or two again out of the playoffs. Colts must have had the tiebreaker. We lost Derrick Henry for the whole season, the rest of the season, but we were still able to win some games. But Malik Willis, it's going to be a make or break year for him. But that'll wrap it up for part 3 until the next episode.